Hey guys, Thorge here. This video isn't scripted. I'm just gonna go off the cuff. This is I just want to vent. I want to vent a little bit. I made a video about 2 weeks ago, also venting and ranting about the state of the world, about people I know getting replaced with AI, and about graduating college at what I believe is one of the worst times in human history to graduate college. And it'll be up here. It'll be in the description down below. I recommend you watch that all the way through. It's only about 10 minutes or so. Now, quick rundown. I have 2 bachelor's degrees. I tried to do everything right. And by that, I mean I did all AP classes in high school. I tried really hard. I didn't take a gap year. I went to college. I got a degree in cybersecurity. I dual majored and got a second bachelor's degree in business process management, thinking I could diversify a little bit and really open up my career options. I was on the dean's list for 3.5 years during the pandemic, and I graduated spring of 2023, which is around the time ChatGPT came out and was made publicly available, and people started talking about replacing the jobs that I had gone to college and worked my entire life to try and get. I wanted to be a business analyst or a data analyst, and the semester that I graduated college, we started seeing people be replaced in those roles. So I have been searching. I've been doing a little bit of soul searching since then, working odd and end IT contract roles. I've been working at several different help desks, which has been awful. It has been an awful experience. Just being a number, taking phone calls really fast, trying to help people as fast as possible. Provide excellent customer service, but the company that you work for treats you like a number, and there's no direct path up. There's been no direct path up at all the companies I've worked at for help desk. So it's been really tough, to say the least. I highly recommend watching that video if you want to learn more about me, learn more about the struggles that I'm experiencing now, especially if you're somebody who's going through similar stuff. I think it's a good video to watch. But I want to start doing these rant type videos because, like I said, I feel like I have a pretty unique perspective, some unique things that I've gone through in the last couple years, and I also pay really close attention to global politics, U.S. politics, the economy. Right now, there's a ton of uncertainty in the world. A lot of people are struggling to pay bills. You have the fear and greed index, of course, which is at extreme fear. So if you do any research in the market at all right now, you'd see that a lot of people, hedge fund managers, stock people who are big on the internet, everybody's talking about an AI bubble or a recession. So a lot of uncertainty. A lot of businesses, because of all this uncertainty, have frozen hiring. Microsoft, Amazon, a lot of these companies are laying off hundreds of thousands of workers. That's what we've seen in the last couple weeks. Being somebody who is currently in the job search, was already having a tough enough time because of AI replacing these jobs and not creating any jobs yet. Now you've got what a lot of people are saying is an impending recession. I believe that there's going to be a massive recession because of AI. I'm not going to claim when. I don't know when. Nobody knows when. But I do believe that there is a big recession coming. So we'll see if that happens or not. But I wanted to talk a little bit about my experience with jobs recently, and kind of open up a discussion to anybody who has any thoughts on the subject. I want all opinions. Also, if you're an employer and you think that I could fulfill one of your roles, please reach out. Feel free to reach out. So for right now, I've basically given up on finding that business analyst position or finding a entry-level IT job that is kind of like this career path that the generations before me have had. Kind of trying to live out that American dream, kind of giving up on it. I've seen a lot of people say that the American dream is called a dream because you have to be asleep to believe it. I'm starting to believe that, and I hate that. I hate that I am believing that. But I've all but given up on finding this entry-level corporate job and kind of going through the motions that you're supposed to go through, I guess. You get out of college, you work your way up the corporate ladder, yada, yada, yada. Well, if corporations aren't hiring for your job, then I guess it's time to stock shelves or go cook food. I know a lot of people who are who got accounting degrees or finance degrees, and they're under pressure of losing their job right now. So the other aspects of business are not safe either. It's not just IT, it's not just cybersecurity, but since giving up on that corporate climb and getting my foot in the door, I have started applying a lot for management trainee positions, which is like, hey, we'll take anybody with a degree and we'll train you how to be a manager for whatever their company does. So I've been applying for a lot of those management trainee positions and a lot of assistant store manager jobs, various grocery chains, various retailers, just trying to get my foot in the door. And I have applied for maybe 20 management trainee or assistant manager jobs in the last couple weeks, and I've gotten nothing but emails saying, no, we went with another candidate. No, we went with another candidate. So me, somebody with a business process management degree, an IT degree, proven project management experience, and I am running a company on the side. I'm trying to get a company off the ground with a couple of my friends. All of that experience, and I can't even be an assistant manager at a store. Not a store manager, an assistant manager. So I don't know if I'm overqualified for that job or what, but I think I should at least get an interview. I'm definitely qualified for an interview to be an assistant manager at a retail place. This is ridiculous. So the other thing I wanted to talk about today, 3 months ago, I had gone to the Ford careers page. Ford, like the car company. I live in Kentucky, so there's a lot of Ford plants around here, and I thought maybe I could get an entry-level business position at one of their manufacturing or assembly facilities. Upon going to Ford's website 3 months ago, all I saw was mid to senior level business positions at local assembly plants, and when I tried to search jobs that I applied for, all of them were located in India. So if you want to think about Ford as being this American-made company, a lot of people around here do at least. You know, built Ford tough, there's a lot of Ford pride, like this is built in America, made in America, whatever. Know that all the entry-level business positions, and probably business positions going forward, are in India. As people are retiring here at these plants, it seems that they are just being replaced by positions the other side of the world. Now, say what you want about outsourcing, but you know, you can have opinions about that however you want, but if you're gonna say that your car was made in America and built in America and whatever, you shouldn't be firing Americans and then still making that claim. That's all I'm saying. So I gave up on getting a business job at Ford. My parents have several friends that have worked at Ford for 30, 40 years and really talked it up as being a great career. So I was like, I'm going to give Ford another shot. I checked today, no business positions still, but my dad was like, hey, why don't you just go work the assembly line? Why don't you just do manufacturing at one of their assembly plants? And I was like, cool, let's do it. That sounds great. So I looked into how to get involved in manufacturing at a Ford plant. Now, I found multiple articles online about people who had worked there or had tried to work there, and they had all said that getting a manufacturing job at Ford was nearly impossible unless you were hired on as a temporary worker. So this idea that my parents have, that their friends went through, like started the assembly plant, build the trucks, work your way up through management, and then retire at 50, I don't think that exists anymore. There was not a single manufacturing job listed on Ford's website for any of the plants around me, and I thought, hey, I'm going to call the union and see if I can get in that way. So I called the exact union for the assembly plant near me, and they told me that this plant was going to be shut down for a year so that they could retool it or whatever, and they're laying off basically the entire assembly plant. So everyone bottom to top is getting laid off, and there's not going to be any work done there for a year. Now that's all fine and dandy, but the other thing that I saw was that Ford has a big union at their manufacturing facilities, and they don't want more people joining the union. So apparently, the only way to get a manufacturing job at Ford without knowing someone there who gets you in is to be hired on as a part-time worker or a contractor. And I was told that it is very common for these contractors to not only never get the full-time promotion, but to be let go at 89 days, because on your 90th day, you're able to join the Ford union. So they hire on a lot of manufacturing temporary workers and then let you go at 89 days. So that's not great. So I'm going to continue my search here for a job, not even necessarily one pertaining to my degrees, just one that makes an okay amount of money, just so I can pay my bills. I'm not trying to get rich here. I just want something I don't hate that pays my bills. If you're an employer in the area and you think that I would be a good fit, please reach out. I'm open to most things. I wanted to make this video, and I want to keep making these videos as open platforms, open forums for people to discuss with me and discuss with other people who are concerned about things that are going on in the world, things that I talk about in the videos, and just kind of share ideas, share advice, and help each other out. So I think that in this time where a lot of people are being laid off, a lot of people are not able to get jobs that they went to school for and went into huge amounts of debt for, in this age, I think that it is most important to be persistent, to keep trying, to keep your head up, and to have backup plans and create backup plans. If you went to college for one thing, have a plan B, have a plan C. You got out, you got the degree, right? And that degree will apply to a lot more than just that job. A lot of jobs want to see that you have the degree, you persevered through it, and I think that as long as we keep our heads up, we're all going to be fine. I'm going to find a job. You all are going to find jobs. I think it's all going to work out. But the short to midterm with a potential impending recession and all these, economic sites just talking about how everything's crazy, everything's uncertain. Keep your head up. Work on you. Now is the time to work on you. Build your skills, finish out school, apply for everything under the sun and see what sticks, see what you like. I saw a comment on a TikTok the other day. They said, the economy is so bad, you might as well chase your dreams. And I thought that was very insightful. Because in a world where you can't reliably go up the chain, climb up the corporate ladder, where you can't just come out of college and get the job that you were supposed to get, in that world, you might as well just chase your dreams. Now, while I'm applying for all these jobs and working on myself and learning more, I have been working on my dreams. And there's several things that I'm building up. One of the things I want to build up is this platform, but another thing I'm working on is a game development studio. Now, if you saw this monitor behind me here on the DeWalt box on the fold-out table, I started a game development studio with a couple of my friends, and we have in-person meetings once a week. And my friend who does most of our developing, he sits right there during our meetings. So this is proof, guys, that, you should chase your dreams, and you don't need a $60 million office and 200 people on staff to make a product. You don't need 200 people on staff and all this funding to make something great. Bill Gates did it in his garage. You can too. So keep your heads up. There will be more videos to come. I will keep updating about my job search, keep updating about the state of the world and things that I'm going through and things that maybe you're going through too. And we can talk about them in the comments. We can move forward, persevere, stay strong. And I wish you all the best of luck. But keep your heads up. It's the best thing you can do. All right, I'll see you guys next time.